we are going to make a portrait today. And the very first thing is we need to learn how to even draw a portrait, right? And we're going to take a couple of days to do this in order to really make sure that we know what to do, right? And the biggest thing is we're learning about proportion, which basically just means where the different parts of the face go. Now, the very first thing I'd usually do is I take a picture of me. You can take it on your iPad, and you can kind of scroll up in order for you to see all of the little parts of your face, right? So we're gonna just start with how to draw a regular face, okay? You can keep your iPad next to you in order for you to see your face as well. So I'm gonna start with an oval. The oval doesn't have to be perfect, right? Next, I'm gonna draw my neck, and the neck, it's gonna be a lot thicker than you think. The neck usually starts at the same point where like the different parts of the jaw are. If you put your neck too far in, like this, it just won't be able to stand, your head won't be able to stand up by itself. And the same kind of goes for our shoulders too. You have to have large shoulders in order for your head to stay standing, okay? Now our next part is that we are going to draw a few lines. I can draw a solid line or I can do a dash line, and I'm gonna draw a dash line in the center, and then I'm also gonna draw a dash line in the center there. Then I'm going to draw two lines next to that center line there, and those are gonna tell me where the tops of my eyes are and the bottom of my ears are. And that's gonna be really helpful for me for later. So now let's talk about the eyes. A lot of these features I usually draw over here in order for me to practice first. An eye, I usually think about it as an almond shape. You can also think about it as like a teardrop shape that has 2 points at both sides, right? So then I usually draw a U kind of shape that goes on the top right there, and then another U shape there. That is my iris, and that is my pupil. The last part is I add a line above it, and that is going to be my eyelid. Some people have really big eyelids, some people don't. Some people have really small, and that's okay, right? The last part is I'm gonna add eyelashes. Everybody has eyelashes. I usually just draw two like little lines coming out from it, and on the bottom as well. So now I can kind of transfer that over here. I usually do both the eyes at once in order for me to get them both to be about the same. So now that I have my eye, I can also draw my eyebrow. Eyebrows are usually just kind of a L shape that's kind of above the eye. Now I usually draw like a line and then going down, and then I do a little double and kind of curve the edges. So line up, line going down, line up, line going down, curve the edges. Now we're gonna work on our nose. So I can go and put my nose over here too so I can practice, right? What I do is I do like a little, like a mouth almost, right? And then I'm gonna put two little mouths right next to it. The next part is the bridge of the nose. The bridge of the nose is this part right here. Now, if you look at my picture, you don't really see the bridge of the nose. You can kind of see it right there, and then maybe going up a little bit too, right? So what I usually do is I just kind of draw two lines going from there, and that's it. Maybe I want to add, like maybe I want to make this look a little bit bigger so that it shows that the bridge kind of connects to these two. But I promise you, do not attach these because they just look weird in the end, okay? So I'm gonna put my nose, the start of it, just a little bit below that bottom line. Yet again, starting with that little smile, draw the two little lines next to it, and then I can use my eyes as a way to say, okay, this is where the bridge of the nose starts. Now, if you think, oh, that looks like my nose is too small for that picture, right? You can always go and make it bigger or erase, right? The next part is going to be your mouth. I'm gonna put my mouth over here for you guys to see. Now you can do your mouth one of two ways. You can draw a little smile and then draw 2 lines going down, attach them, and then 1 big line going that way. That is one way. The other one is you can do kind of like a bird, is what I like to say. Have a line going across and then a U to connect the two. A lot of people prefer this one, but if you notice that you have a really big kind of thing right there, you can go for it. I don't really, so I'm gonna probably just kind of do the bird, but a little bit smaller. I know I have pretty thin lips, and that's okay. Everybody has different lips, right? And then they're gonna be connected like that. The last part is, I am now going to go and draw my ears. I usually just draw like a kind of half heart shape, or a candy cane, I also call it, on both sides. Now comes the fun part. Now you get to decorate. So I noticed that my hair is kind of wavy, but also a little bit straight. So I'm gonna kind of go back and forth with mine, you know, and I add lots of wavy lines to my hair. Now, if you have curly hair, you're probably gonna have to draw a curly line, right? Straight hair, straight line, right? Wavy hair, wavy line, right? If you have short hair, right, you're gonna probably have to do a lot of these lines, right? And that's a kind of what you're gonna be doing. A lot of hair, you have to draw a lot of lines, because guess what? We have a lot of hair, you know? So, and that's kind of what that is. The last part is to kind of put a shirt on you. You can make your shirt say something. You can fill in your eyebrows. And the last part is to erase these lines. But I do want to see the lines because I want to see how you use them. All right. So for a couple of days, we're just going to be focusing on drawing the face and practicing. All right. I promise you, it's gonna take some time. If you need to practice on the sides, I highly suggest that you do. I learned that you just have to practice over and over again, sometimes to get what you want. And is that sometimes fun? No, but it can be a part of it. So that's what we're doing today. I hope that you guys have fun with this one. I really enjoy it. And I hope to see you all soon. Bye, friends. So we have been making our awesome portraits, which just means a picture of a face, right? But it's going to be a self-portrait, which means a picture of yourselves, right? And here's the thing. Now that we have that, we got to make it big in order for us to do our next part. So this is when I really need to look at my face in comparison, right? I also noticed that with my face, I have kind of a square jaw. So maybe I need to make the bottom a little bit more square, right? I also notice where my hair is going to be going. And I'm still going to be drawing my faint lines in order for me to guide, right? So this part, remember, is just you looking at your face and doing it. So since I'm looking at my face, I notice that my eyes are a little, they have like a, you know, I have my little, this is the duct where my tears go, right? I have really big eyelids, so I'm gonna make sure I show those. I'm gonna have my pupils be a little bit more round because I noticed that. I noticed that my eyelashes are kind of down here, right? I also noticed that I kind of have my bridge of my nose starting right there. I also can begin with my eyebrow. I can go and kind of fill that in using those little hairs, right? And I can now do my other eye. If you want to do both of your eyes at once, I do suggest it, just because you can probably get a better handle of the two. Excuse me. And then I'm gonna kind of go from there, right? I'm just kind of drawing myself and I'm basing it on the picture that I see, right? I'm not trying to draw anybody else, I'm just trying to draw myself. And the thing is, this will probably take a little bit of time because you're gonna have to, you know, really think about what is it about yourself, right? Now I know that some of you will probably be zooming through this because you'll be like, oh, yeah, we're just continuing on what we already learned. And we're just adding our facial features to it, right? And if that's the case for you, I hope so, it'll be super easy for you to complete. So I just finished mine. It didn't take me very long. Granted, I do a lot of self-portraits, and so I might be able to zoom through it a lot faster than you guys, and that's okay, right? So I have that. My next step is I'm going to be erasing my lines of proportion in order for me to have like a blank canvas. Now that I have a blank slate, I'm going to now divide my face into 3 parts. Okay, so if you think to yourself, okay, where's the 3 parts? Maybe I can divide it, and I'm going to draw a whole line from one page to the other. I have a little bit going through my eye, and then a little bit is going through my chin down there. Now, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using different mediums in order for us to make our portrait a little bit different. Oil pastels are going to go at the top, so you can write oil pastels here. We're going to use, I'm sorry, I couldn't think there for a second. My brain just stopped working. We are going to use colored pencils, right, for our middle one, and then paint at the bottom. So that is it for today. We're just drawing our face, we're making it big, we're dividing it in 3, and then we have the 3 different areas, and that's it. So tell me how you're doing. Make sure that you post this onto Schoology. See you all soon. Bye, friends. Okay, friends, so we are gonna start with our oil pastels now. And with the oil pastels, I'm just gonna do the top here. I do have to think about what color I want for my background. It's gonna go all the way down. So oil pastels, yours probably won't look this nice. What they are is they are kind of like crayons, but they're just a little bit more fancy. You can color them in just like crayons, right? But one thing that they do really, really well is they blend really well. So if you want to mix a couple colors together, say they don't have your skin tone, which I know that I'm not using my skin tone right now, I can go and I can use that part, and then I can kind of go back over. And do you see how the 2 are mixing really, really nicely together? And that's kind of my best thing that I like about oil pastels, is that they mix really, really nicely. One thing that you can do is you can use your finger to kind of accelerate that blend, or you can ask for a tissue or have a tissue right next to you in order for that to get mixed up. The awesome thing about oil pastels too is that they, you know, they're gonna be kind of like crayons. They're gonna be easier for you kind of to color with. Now, I know that my hair is not this dark of a brown, but I can go over it kind of with the blunt end. And do you see how I'm leaving a lot of white spaces, right? And now I can go back over it with a lighter brown, and I can add all of the like different colors that are in between there. How fun is that? So I just want you guys to focus on the oil pastel for today, just because it really can have lots of fun little things to it. I'm probably not going to finish my whole oil pastels in this area, but it will be nice for you guys to see. All right, and that's it for today. So I hope you guys have fun with this. I really enjoy using oil pastels, so I hope you guys enjoy it too, and I hope you do well. Bye, my friends. All right, friends, so today we're gonna work on our colored pencils. Now, the part about the colored pencils is you will probably have to do kind of the same thing that you did with the oil pastels and do a lot of different blending, right? So you're probably gonna have to go over it with a couple different colors. Remember, you can lightly color in order to kind of get all of the different kind of shades there. I know I have a lot of pink in my face. If you guys have more brown in your face, if you guys have a little bit more yellow in your face, you can use that as your kind of backstory. I know mine is usually pink and yellow, so you kind of can use that. All right. This part is also where you're going to be using a lot of the colors for your eyes, most likely. Really make sure you don't have any white spaces in here. I'm not going to be coloring this whole thing, but if you look over here, I did color my whole part here, okay? So make sure that you have that, all right? And I hope to see you all soon. Bye, friends. Hi, friends. So the last part is painting the bottom half. Now, if we're in school, I will be giving you all the different paints so you don't have to mix them together in order to make this bottom half here. I have lots of different shades of skin tones so that we can also make sure that everybody can have that. Also for hair color as well. So don't worry if we can't find your shade. We can also mix something together in order to get exactly for you, right? And we're just filling up this bottom half here. So today I won't be doing it just because I don't have all of the beautiful colors, but in the end you will have your masterpiece done and complete, and it will look so good, and I think that you guys will love it. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this one. I know it's one of my favorites to do, and I hope you do well. Bye, friends.